Yeah, good day, ladies and gentlemen. In today's tutorial, I'm going to take you step by step on how to create database and use SQL, loading data from the Excel into it, and do some basic questions by understanding your data set and also find the demographic of your data set, so on and so forth. So let's connect to our server. So you type your password. After you type your password, then I'm going to connect your database. So now we have connect to server. Then the next thing we are going to do is just to create a database. Going to SQL query tools. Now the query to write create database. So and our database sample underscore data. So after you write it, then you run it. So run the queries. I think I already created database already before, but it's not there. You can see, so that's already there. So that's how to create your first database. But the next thing I'm going to do is to create your table. So if you want to create your table based on the data we have here in our Excel file, so you can see data set here. So we want to create a table for it inside SQL before we load the normal data set into it. So which I'm going to take step by step on how to do that now too. So after you do this one, then let's create table. Say create table, and then let's say the table we want to create will be public docs sample underscore data. So then after that we open bracket, then entered. So then you now go and copy the edge of your data set. So having the head of your data set, you copy everything. So after you copy the head, then you now place it there. Then you now represent every one of the head by the name you want to give. Let's change this one to small letter. So and this one too, let's change to small letter. I think this one too, let's change to small letter. So then after that, let's give the data type of which column. The customer ID is data type is ID facial. That will be facial. Variable character facial open bracket. Let 50 as the length of the size of the customer ID. So then you write primary key. Primary key is for a series of the number. So listing of number 1, 2, 3, this to like so and so on and so forth. So then after you are done with that, come to the customer name. Put this thing there. Then for the customer name is also going to be variable character open bracket. So let that want to be 100. Then you put not to indicate that there's no empty cells in your file. So then after that you come to email, click on that one too, then represent the data type of it is going to be file chart as well, variable characters of 100. So comma. So then after that, age, age is maybe like 10 years, 20 years, 9 years. So that is going to be integer. So it's going to be integer. So it's dealing with the numbers, with the numerics. So I represent it with integers. So and for the gender, we have only male and female gender. So it's going to be file chart variable character, and then we represent that one by 20. So and then for the country too. So let's for the country represent that one by variable characters. Let's say 50 this thing. So put the comma, this one 2 comma. Then for the sign of date, so we represent that one by date. Then for the last login we represent that one by timestamp for the data value I have here. So data type, so timestamp, and this one too, comma, make sure you are putting comma there. So then for the next one, so which is partial month, what we have in that data set list under the partial month is decimal. So we see what you have there is decimal, so we see the list there, so everything there is decimal. So we are going to represent by decimal. Then on decimal we represent by 10 command 2, which is going to be indicating that is dot, and 10 represent dot, while 2 decimal 2 it represent two decimal place. That will be two significant figures that we want to be having our data. So then for the last one is active. That one is represented by boolean is a column that have something like false or true. So and if you check this data set here, you will see that under this is active, so you see false true. So you represent that one by active. Then for this part, put the comma there. The semicolon I mean. So then you now highlight it to this part, then you execute. So you see our table has already successfully created. So now after our table has already created, now let's go and load our data into our table. Let me refresh the table. So this is it. So let me load data set from Excel file. Click on this one, then let's select sample data, then click OK. So our data is successfully loaded into my file. So let me go back to my query tools to start writing my code. So bit by bit. So now since my data is already loaded into it, so let me see my data. You say select, put the asterisk from sample data, sample underscore data. So then you put this, then let's select and see our table. So now let's execute. So this is our table, you can see it clearly. So this is our table shown for us. So this is the list in our data set for everything. So after that, now let's start step by step. I'm going to be writing my question before I answer it, but we want to do with the select from command. Mostly today we are going to deal with select from commands mostly today. So and the first question I will be giving us is going to be, let me say, for this one here. So all my questions, we are going to examine the data to know the data. So let me put it this way, right? Capital letter data understanding questions. So I want to be setting some questions that is going to help us to understand our data very well. So now that will be for general. So now for this one, now let me comment with the question number 1. For the question number 1, you say you put the dot there, then after that dot. So now let me say the question number 1. The question number 1 is going to be what? Let me put it there so let me say what. Let me use capital letter so that I can see it very well. What are the first row? What are the first row of the what are the first 10, let me say 10. What are the first 10 rows of the data set? What are the first 10 rows of the data set? So we want to know the first 10 rows of the data set. How can we get that? We say select from, put the asterisk in between. Select from sample underscore data, so we limit it to 10. So after we limit to 10, so we able to see the limit of the data set under sample data, the list of only 10. So you want to see. So now after that, you have already select your query, you already write your query, then execute it. So you can see it has already brought up for us. So this is the list of the 10 out of the data set we have. So this is the list of the 10s that we asked for us to see. So now after you are done with that, now let's go to second questions. So let me set the second question too. So the second question is going to be how, let me say how many total customers are in the data set. So we want to know how many total customers are in data set. For us to get that, we just select count. So we want to count so that we're able to get that is the total of the amount of the customer that is inside our data. We want to know. So then you write total underscore customers. So we select from the sample data. So that will be select from sample underscore data. So then after that, let's see the how many total customer are in the data set. So yeah, you see this is it. So we get the total bright of the customer to be 100. So the total customer that are in data set are 100 people. So are 100 people. So for the third question, so let's find the what is the distinct, let me see, because that will be distinct. What is the distinct countries? I want to know the distinct countries in the data set. I want to know the distinct country in the data set. So which country is very distinct among them? So you say select distinct country from sample data. So you see, that's why I'm telling you that SQL is just like you are chatting with someone using English. So we are using all these terms to just like chatting with our data set that we load to get a return from it. So it's very simple things. So select distinct country from data sample. So these are the distinct country. So these are results. So our distinct country there is Canada, Nigeria, India, USA, UK, which are five in the list. So now we already got that. Now let's go to the fourth question. So let me say that one. So that let me say how many customers are active versus how many customers are inactive. So let's get that. So we want to look at this customer that are active versus the one that are not active. So for us to get that now, we just select is underscore active under the column of is active, comma, then you now say that count open bracket. So we want to count for ask whether that's after. So we want to count for inactive so that we're able to get the active one. So as count from sample underscore data. So then you now say group by group okay group by is underscore active by is underscore active. So how many customers are active versus inactive? So we want to look at it now. So we already got this now. So we want to look for the active and the inactive. So writing this query, we are going to count the total number of the active one from the inactive one. So after you are done, so let's run the query. So this is it. So it's already grouped it by. So we have I know that under its active column we have false and true. So for the active one is 54, for the active one is 46, while for inactive is 56. So we get total number for the active and total number for inactive. Can you see it clearly? So that's how to go about that. So we have gotten our answer like that. So number 5 question under the understanding of the data is, let me say, what is the gender distribution? What is the gender distribution? So we want to look at the gender distribution. So how can you get the gender distribution from your data set? So it says select gender. So that means the gender column is what we are going to select. Command then now say count open bracket asterisk, count open bracket asterisk as count from sample data set, sample underscore data. So then we now group by what? Gender. So that's what we are going to use to group it by. So now we have grouped by gender, then put this one there. Now let's run the gender distribution. So we execute. So gender distribution for male and female is 40-60, and 40 plus 60 is what? 100. So the gender distribution for female is 40, gender distribution for male is 60. So that's how to get that. So that's how to go about that. So now we are going to age and demographic insight. We want to get the age and demographic insight of our data set. Let me say age and demographic insight. So, and I'm going to set 5 questions on that one too. For question number 1, so number 6, so starting from continue. So I will question number 6 is going to be what is the average age of customer? I want to know the average age of the customers in our data set. So how can you know that? The average age of customers in our data set. So how can you know the average? So you say select the AVG, now the average open bracket age. Then after you write this, then you say as average underscore age from sample data. So we are selecting from sample data. So now after you are done with this, then now let's run. I want to see the average age from the sample data. So we want to see the average age of the customer from the sample data. So now that you already select the average, so sample data is going to show us the average. The average age from the sample, from the customer, for each customer is 43.35. That's the mean. That's the mean of our data set. So the mean of the data set is 42.35 for age of the customers. So the age of the customers, under the age, you went to go and calculate all the ages, add everything together and divided it by the occurrence times of each age. So and it gave us this answer 43.35. That's how we got that. So now for the question 7, let me see, who is the top 5 older, let me see, oldest customer, 5 top oldest customers. So we want to know 5 top oldest customers. So who are the top 5 oldest customers? So for us to get that, we say select customers, select customer name. So after select customer name, write age from sample underscore data. So now then now say order. We want to look for the order by age. We want to order it by age first. So then we want to look for this. That will be desk limit of 5. That's age of the age that is highest, the older one. Only 5 list of them. So then after you limit it to the 5, then let's execute it. So you can see we have got the age of the customer 40, 69, 60. Okay, those are the oldest customers and their age. So this is their name, this is their age, this is their name, this is their age. As simple as that. So we have gotten that. So question 8 is say how many customers, let me see, how many customers are under 25 years. Let me just say that. So how many customers are under 25 years old? So now for us to get that, we say select count, then open brackets, then let's say asterisk. So then after that, then you say as under 25. So once you know at their age from under 25, that will be from sample data where you have to put this one where age is greater than, it says okay, it's lesser than 25. So we want to look for it. So for the age of how many customer that is under 25 years, so we want to look at the age that is lesser than 25 below. So if your age is higher than 25, it's not going to show. So the only age we are looking for now is the age that's below 25. So you already select the count as under 25 from sample data where age is lesser than 25. So now let's run our query to see where age is lesser than 25. This one that is there. So under 25 are 12. So these are the total number of them. So we have 12 people that are under 25. So now we have gotten that. So let's go to another one, another phase. So this is phase 3. We want to look at the purchases and revenue insights from our data set. Looking for purchases and revenue insights. So we want to get a purchases and revenue insight from the data set. So I'm going to be setting some questions to get that. So that will be question 9. Question 9 is what is the total what the total purchase, what the total shares purchase amount from all customers. We want to get the total purchase amount from all the customers. So for us to get that now, just select selection open bracket, then now say purchase. We want to purchase underscore amount, purchase underscore amount as total. So it's a total purchase amount from all the customers. So that is the let purchase underscore purchase amount as total. So that will be total revenue. So total revenue from purchase amount from all the customers. So we will count the total revenue from sample underscore data. So now let's run this query to see. So we get the total revenues to be this. So the total purchase amount for each customer is 2564.69. So that is how to go about that question. So now let's go to question 10. For the question 10, we want to look at the let's say what is, so let's say what is the average purchase, what is the average purchase amount, what is the average purchase amount. So we want to get the average purchase amount, so select average, so that will be average open bracket purchase underscore amount. Okay, you say what is the average purchase amount? Okay, for us to get the total purchase amount, then select it as average underscore purchase. So this one here, you see that I use total revenue, but this one now we are using average purchase. So that will be average purchase from from sample. So we are referencing sample data always, because that's the data set we are working with. So you see all the English we are typing for that data set. So we are just typing those English to execute data from the sample data which we have loaded into it. So the average purchase is 259.44869, something like that. So we have gotten our answer like that. So as simple as that. So that's question 10. That's question 10. So can I stop here, or I should do one more? Let me do. Okay, let's see who are the top 5. Let's say who are the top 5 highest spending. So let's say highest spending customer. Okay, who are the highest spending customer? Who are the top 5 highest spending customer? So we want to know. How can you know that? It says select customer underscore name, so it's a purchase underscore amount, then let's go there. So that will be from sample from sample underscore data. So now, since you already selected, then now say that we want to find the order list of it. So that will be order by purchase underscore amount desk. So now let's limit it to 5, so that you can get the total number of what you are looking for. So it's just 5 that you are looking for, the top highest spending, 5 of them. So after that, let's execute. So you can see that's giving us the answer for the 5 highest spending individuals, customer, this thing. So these are their names and these are their results. So as simple as that. That's how to go about that. So now let's do question 12. Question 12. I say what is the revenue? What is the revenue per country? Revenue per country. So how can you get that? So we say select country. So once you know at the revenue per country of each everyone, select country. So then let's put it and say some open bracket purchase underscore amount. When underscore amount, then say from sample underscore data. So then group it by country. So the revenue per country. Now, so we are looking for the country. So after that, now look at order by total underscore revenue desk. So after you are done, you put it then. Let's run the query. So bringing error because I'm using capital letter for this. So let me use country. So country, and then this one too. Purchase underscore amount. So and then for this one, sample data. So and then for this one, country. So and for this total revenue, what I want to go and put there. So don't wonder that. So we have the total revenue. Total underscore revenue. So total underscore revenue desk. So that's how to go about it. Now let's run this query. So still bringing okay, the sum of the purchase. So that's not complete. Let me rewrite this. So it says select country. What is the revenue for the country? Okay, for the country, so we have to select the total revenue first. So that will be as total underscore revenue, please. So I have to select that first. So no wonder that's not working. So as total revenue, so then the purchase sum of the purchase amount we calculate, then you have to compare with the total revenue. So now let's see sharp. So we have gotten our answer. So this is the country and the total revenue. So compare share one of them together. So we have only 5 of them. So that is open now. So these are the really per country, that is revenue per country. So now let's stop here for today. We continue for